Hi, it's Steve from CCS Cases. This video is going to talk about how to use the time and the clock. We get a lot of emails about confusion over this. We've wrote posts about this. We've had FAQs about this. And it's for people that are new to CCS Cases, they are very confused about the calendar clock. So let me give you an example of the typical new customer that comes and their confusion. We did go over it in one of our introductory videos, but it's too long, so we're making something shorter so that you can get to the crux of how to use it. So new customer, this is typically what happens, and they'd come in and say, okay, I want to order something. So we'll go get a CBC, a CMP, and an EKG. And then they're like, okay, well, I ordered it. Now what? Your program's not working. It's broken. Nothing's happening. Well, I mean, this is how the USMLE works. Their program, it does the same thing. So you have to advance the clock if you want something to happen. So some of these customers just sit here for until it times out, and then they're like, well, it's broken. Well, they don't understand you need to advance the clock to do it. Or some people will click exit case, and then they'll be like, hey, it's not grading the case. But this is that's just this isn't in the real exam. Exit case is just convenience. If someone wants to take a break and come back, they can do that. In order to have it graded, you've got to end the case. And how you do that? You advance the clock. Okay, so you click on this, and then it gets to this clock advance menu. So you have right here on the right, where it says reevaluate case, you have four different options, okay? And they're all pretty much, so these three, or these two are essentially the same, but they're just in different ways. So you can say, hey, I want to do this on day 1, hour 18, and 30 minutes. So right now we're at 1800. So at 1830, I want you to advance the clock to 1830. Or you could just say, do it in 30 minutes. That's exactly the same way. So, and then when you're ready to go advance the clock for 30 minutes, click OK. All right, and then something happens, right? Because we have two things that the report times are going to hit. They're at the EKG and then the CBC. Okay. So now that we hit a result, you have the option to stop the clock, because we said that we wanted to go 30 minutes, or keep going. So in this case, I want to keep going. So now we're at 30 minutes. See how this clock has changed to 1830? So CBC came back abnormal, so you got results. So now you keep going. You want to keep advancing the clock. So the other option is you can just say, hey, the next available result, just stop the clock. So just go. So you can hit OK, and then it'll advance it to 1900 because that was the next available. It was going to be reported in 30 minutes. So it advanced the clock 30 minutes. So now we're on 1900 hours. So if you wanted to just say, hey, I'm done with the case, just advance the clock till it stops. That's what this call see me as needed is. Okay. So if you're done with the case, you've done all that you want to do, you click the call see me as needed and click OK. And then it'll advance it to the patient update. So patient's feeling worse. It'll give you the option, hey, do you want to stop? Something's happened. You want to stop? Patient's not feeling good. No, I want to keep going. Another patient update. This is at day 2 at 900 hours. And it says, hey, patient's vomiting. He's ill. Do you want to stop the clock? No, I'm going to keep going. Patient's not responsive. This is day 3 at 9 o'clock. And then you go, okay, well, the case is ended. So that's how you end the case. You advance the clock. You can still end the case and not have done anything. That's what you do when you advance the clock. If you have everything done, you're going to get a good score, and you can still advance the clock, and the patient might just die or not do as well. And some people will say, hey, wait a minute. This was a 10-minute case, and the case is ended in 5 minutes. Well, that's the max amount of time. If you advance the clock, you can end the case in 5 seconds if you wanted. If you just click, 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 the case is ended. So that's just the maximum. So how that word, maximum allotted time. Anyway, so then you hit end case, or you can let it expire. I mean, if you're done writing your orders, these are the 2-minute warning orders, you should end the case. Okay? You don't want to just let it time out because you've wasted your time. If you're done, you're done. Hit end case, and then it'll grade. It'll grade your case, and that's how the calendar and clock works. Thanks for watching.